Okie dokie. I think this is about where we left off before. I had some issues getting my mic working, so I've got to re-record this last bit of the dungeon. If I recall, we got 3 chests, one here, a boss here, and a chest here. So we have 3 of the 11 chests. We are now going to mount up. We're going for the chest right here, where my icon is. We're just going to ride through. And again, I don't do this, haven't done this a whole bunch, but I've done it a few times. I'm just going to ride right over here and dismount. And as usual, when we dismount near enemies, oh, someone just went into the group dungeon over there, I believe is what we saw. But we're not too worried about enemies catching us here. It's okay that our invisibility is down right now. Any enemies that come through are going to aggro. Alright. The reason I like to come up here next for the 4th chest is we get to clear a couple mobs. And these provide some pretty good vision up here. Occasionally we can see when players are in these areas. So we saw no evidence of players there. Sometimes right here we'll see players entering and leaving the group portion of the dungeon. Make sure I have combat log on. Okay. And we're going to clear the last enemy. This enemy here is up. Oftentimes when I see a lot of players clearing this area, is they clear cut everything. Alright, nothing there. So now what I think I'm going to do is we are going to mount up. And we are going to head to the boss right here. That will be our 5th chest. We're just going to run on through and ignore these mobs. If we do get caught by a player, we're going to double back to find a safe spot somewhere and get dismounted and use our invisibility. But for now, I'm seeing most of the mobs are up. We're going to let him dismount us and stealth. This way over here, we have 2 bodyguards. They will work in our favor if any player tries to just rush through. We are going to clear these couple of mobs over here now. I probably should have waited for my stealth to come back. But as I say, those 2 mobs over there aggro pretty far. So we should be fine. We'll let this mob come back over here before we aggro her. Things look pretty clean over there. And I don't think this patrol matters. I think no matter what, we're fighting both of these. So we're going for this one first, actually. And we're going to dash on through once we can. If you're not running a bloodletter, you'll have your own way that you like to clear things. This boss sometimes I will use my Bloodlust just to make sure I'm topped off. But for the most part, I like to save Bloodlust for when there's players. Okay, we're not going to hit the chest yet. We're going to let our health come back. It is possible to ride a horse on through. If there's no mobs here, you can run right about to here and de-aggro. So since I've cleared the boss, I don't want to have missing HP, because it's possible for an enemy player to reset. And this, I believe, is our 5th chest. Alright, we got lucky. Looks like that chest... Why did we get so lucky? Well, whatever. We'll want to be careful now. We're going to run over here and reset. This one, ideally, you want your stealth to be up. Well, this could be a problem. This was a mistake on my part. I don't want to fight this gal at all. I like using her as a bodyguard. You know what? I'm just gonna wait to stealth. That was a mistake. If a player had come just then, we would have been in big trouble. And I could have killed her easily enough, and that might have been the correct move. But this way, if a player rides on through, they are most likely going to aggro her. And I like to have as many mobs as possible. This time I'm going to keep my invisibility. I'm going to wait till that's back. It's easy for me to get in over my head right here because we're going to fight both of these at once. So here we go. We're going to kill this one first. When this minion is aggroed, now we're going to kill them both. And I damaged the chest, so we're just going to have to kill the chest without getting our health back. This, I believe, is our 6th chest? I've lost track. There's 3 over here. There's 1, 2, 3 here, so we've got 6 so far. There's 3 here for 9, and there's 1 there for 10. So I guess 10 chests. So I picked up that aggro. We're gonna run on through the next group of chests. Way over here. And again, if we see an enemy, we're just gonna turn around and get as deep into the minions as we can. So there's a patrol. Do we think we lost all the aggro? Okay, I'm just gonna kill these 2. I did not go where I meant to go. What I meant to do was go through one more door. This guy is always annoying. For us, we like mobs that do not run around. We want our mobs to be predictable. That way we can know where to run away and all that. So these mobs are all up. We're going to kill this guy first. Again, we don't usually like to fight 2 enemies at once. But sometimes we have no choice. If an enemy comes, we're probably going to stealth. Oh boy. And I'm making mistakes again. I might want to use my bloodlust here, unfortunately. Not ideal, but here we go. Okay. Gonna get our HP back before we get the chest. This will be chest number 7. I think we're going to stay dismounted for this section. May be able to just bypass these roamers completely. Well, that was a mistake. So now I'm going to come over here and reset. Let's see. Alright, we were able to reset without stealthing. That's always nice. We're going to kill that roamer. This section, there's a bunch of mobs that just roam around this chest. I find it to be one of the more annoying areas. Those two mobs are close to each other, so once they move a little bit, we're going to pull this one over. Okay, he's going to spin for a little bit. And now we'll finish him off. And I think we got lucky that these two are roaming together. It means we should just be able to kill the chest. I think if we're back here far enough, we avoid their aggro. We'll see how it goes. I think I did it once. Sometimes, when their patrol pattern's a little different, you have to kill them both. Alright, we got that. A blob up there might mean there was a Grizz crisis recently. This chest is also annoying. It's dangerous for us because we're fighting 3 mobs at once. Just going to kill the 2 easiest ones as fast as we can and then go for the slow one. That blob just left. I forget the times for everything. They might be going over. Well, I don't know. That's not my problem. As a solo player, we're going to let someone else deal with the Zergs. Okie dokie. You know, I'm tempted just to clear these mobs on our way out. Get out with only... Oh, we're aggroing everybody. I'm just going to go over here and reset. And the reason why we're resetting is there's a chest right here that has a bunch of mobs. And I want to keep my invisibility up. It's our best escape tool. When we're this close to the group dungeon, slotting a run skill might not be bad, and we just try and book it into the dungeon. But for this trip, I forgot my Skinner boots, and so that dungeon's pretty dangerous for us. So we're just going to go over here. Looks like we got lucky and only aggroed 2. Very nice. While he's doing that, we're going to come over here and kill this one. Okay. Got them both. And this should be the 10th and final chest. Alright. If we didn't get so much from that one chest, we might consider dipping in really quick and just taking a look around. And I have not slotted my run skill right now, so that could be a mistake. There's no enemies sitting right out there. We're going to slot run now. And what I believe we ought to do, we're going to check to see if any enemies came through here. Nope, that patrol's up. Every once in a while you get lucky and you catch some enemies solo just sitting there farming. We did not get lucky this time.